Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany. So today we are going to be doing a full face of e.l.f. makeup, and I'm so excited to do this video today because e.l.f. is so incredibly affordable. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, and to get started, first I'm going to pin my hair back. We have this big box of goodies from e.l.f. I always like to go in with a primer spray before I go in with my primer. So today we are going to try the Oil Control Primer Mist. I can't get it open. Huh. It is alcohol and silicone free. I'm just going to spray my face with this. Let's see the mist. Seems fine. Ooh. No. It's a very aggressive mister. Whew. Very aggressive mister. I don't know if you can see on my face how dewy that is. Okay, and then for primer today, we are going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I am just going to take that on my finger like that and apply that all over my whole face. I actually have too much, so I put a little bit back in the container. And start with my forehead. And then right on the rest of my face. And you know, now that I think about it, I don't even know why I did my primers first because I'm gonna do my eyes first. So that was crazy. Just ignore me. For eyeshadow primer today, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer in the shade Sheer. So I am just going to make a mess, of course. I am just gonna pop some of that on my, I'm not sure why it's called Sheer because it does have some color to it, but that's okay. Okay, and I'm going to blend that out with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. Just buff that in. So far, I really like that. It's thinner than what I'm currently using, which is the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas, but I like this. It does hide any, you know, discoloration you might have on the skin, on your eyelids. And then with another Flawless Concealer brush, I'm going to set that eye primer down. And the eyeshadow palette that I got from e.l.f. is this Hot Chocolate Eyes. Hot Chocolate Sugar Eyes. There's the word sugar in there, so I'm not sure. This is only $10 though. And this is what it looks like. So the pans are smaller than I thought they would be, but they're still not a bad size. So I'm going to use, they don't have shade names, but I'm just going to go in with this shade right here and set down that eyeshadow primer. Okay, and then once we have that set down, I'm just going to go ahead and start with the eyes. My transition shade, I'm going to go in with this color right here, which is like a, I don't know, it's like a peachy color. It's more pigmented in real life than it looks on camera right now. And I'm just going to go in with my JH30 brush. And you guys know I like to bring my crease shade, my transition shade up pretty high because I have a lot of space between my eyelid and my eyebrow, I guess. My eyelid and my eyebrow. So I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to go in with more of that color and build it up. It's a pretty color. I like it for the transition shade. It's darker than my skin tone, but it looks good, I think. Just build that up. And I kind of apply it all over my lid too. I told you I'm just messy with my transition color. Okay, and in the crease, let's see. Do I want to do green today? I'm not going anywhere. I had 2 finals this morning, so I took the day off from work, so I'm not going anywhere after I film this. I just like playing with my makeup. I think I'm gonna go in with this matte green right here in the crease and just kind of see. I might hate it. We might have to wipe this off. I might look silly, but let's give it a try. So I'm just gonna pick some of that up. I want to see how the colors perform on. This is a JH33, and you can see the color right there. It's very pigmented. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. We will definitely have to blend that out. Holy moly. Wow, that shade's pigmented. Just blend that back and forth. You guys, that looks crazy. I'm definitely gonna have to blend that out. I was not expecting that shade to be so pigmented at all. Okay, so to blend that out, I am just going to pick up that original brush and that original shade that we use and just work on blending out those edges a little bit. So I'm just going back and forth right on those edges and kind of trying to shear out some of that. This eye I think is a little bit more pigmented. I'm just gonna actually run that brush all over everything, kind of blend those two shades together. It's pretty. I mean, definitely gonna have to clean up some of that, like right in here. I don't want to look like I have bruising, but it's a pretty shade. Just was not expecting that. Okay, and then let's go in. What do we want to do next? I want to try some of the shimmers, so I'm going to go in with this shimmery green right here. And you guys know I just like to apply my shimmers with my finger. So I'm just going to pick up some of that right there and apply that right on the lid. And it is pretty much the same color as that green we put in the crease. It just has shimmer in it. So I'm not going for like a monochromatic look. So I am going to have to build something else up on my lid to kind of add some dimension. I'm not sure. I'm not loving this look right now. But let's see how we can make it work. Okay. So I'm gonna swatch these two shades. This one is a silver shimmer and this one is more of a pink shimmer. Let's see. So there's the silver right there. They're very pretty. I'm very impressed with these eyeshadows, honestly. And then here is the pink one. So it looks more gold. What do we think would look better? I think I'm gonna go in with the gold on the lid. You guys, I look absolutely insane right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a cut crease because I want to clean up some of this green. It's a little bit too much green than I would like. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer to kind of clean up my eyelid before I go in with one of these other shimmer shades. And I am just gonna go in with the Alamar Cosmetics brush that looks like this. It's a flat definer brush. And I'm just going to pick some of that concealer up right off of the wand, and I'm just gonna, I kind of pull my lid. And then you can kind of see, I just keep it right on my eyelid. Okay, and then once I have that down, I'm just gonna go in with my finger and with that gold pink shade and place that right on top. And again, that's what it looks like right there. And I really like the way that brightens up my eye in there. So I think I'm okay with this for now. I swear it'll come together when I have mascara on. It looks crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye real quick. I'm not sure if you can see, but I actually brought that higher over my crease because I really want the inner corner, the inner part of my eyes to be bright because the green's so dark. I don't want to have the appearance of smaller eyes. So now that I have cleaned up some of my eyelid a little bit, I am going to go in with this chocolatey brown shade right here. They're appearing more cooler toned on camera than they are in real life. Cool tone, but not as cool toned as it looks right here. And I'm just going to go in with that a little bit and layer on top of that green shade a little bit. I'm going to do so using the Sigma E25. And I'm going to bring it over to kind of blend out between the green and that lighter color shade that we used. I just want to blend all that so there's no harsh lines. So I'm just focusing that on like the inner half or the outer half of my lid. And then I'm going to go back in with that green very lightly, very lightly, like make sure I tap off my brush and work a little bit of that back in the outer crease. I like the green, it's a pretty color. And then just one more time before I finish with the eyes, I'm going to, I'm not going to add any more product to that brush. I'm just going to work on blending some of that out. Okay, and then I am going to, before I clean up, I'm going to add some eyeliner. So I have they had this 3-piece set right here on their website, and it comes with a satin eyeliner pencil and 2 expert liquid liners. So that's the liquid liner I'm going to use on my eyes today. I'm going to use the liquid. I don't normally go for eyeliners like this, but we'll give it a try today. And that's what the applicator looks like right there. So that's the liquid liner right there. And then I am going to also go in with that pencil. And I'm going to tightline with it because I don't like the gap between the eyeliner and my naturally blonde eyelashes. I'm really running it right here to hide those gaps. I like that. For a wooden eyeliner, that's not bad at all. I would definitely use that again. Okay, now we are going to go in with the wipe that I got earlier, and I'm just going to clean up underneath my eyes. All right, now that I've cleaned up underneath the eyes, I'm going to move on to the face. And today for foundation, I have the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and I got the shade Beige, which is cool pink undertones. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. I use that sponge all the time. So I just did a couple pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pick it up with my sponge and start buffing that in. Kind of smells like off bug repellent. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That's what it smells like to me. And just keep buffing that in. That's a good color, I think, for me. I love that foundation. It's not like totally full coverage, but it's really pretty for every day, I feel like. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Peach. I think it might be a little too light, but we're gonna go ahead and, it's what I have, so we're gonna make it work. And I'm gonna do one eye at a time because this dries pretty quickly. You know, I like to bring that right up to my lower lid. The excess that I have on my sponge, I'm just gonna hit on the middle of my forehead and my chin. Make sure everything's really good and blended on that nose, because that's where the products are going to move first on my face. To set today, I got the e.l.f. matte setting powder in the shade Light. It has one of those packagings where you can kind of turn it off. I really like that. It even tells you to pour the powder here, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tap some into the lid, up on my sponge, and start with my under eyes first. And then just use that to set the rest of my face. That powder is beautiful. That powder is beautiful. It's very blurring. Wow, I cannot believe I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about this before. It's just the matte setting powder, but it's amazing. Now that I have all my powder on, I'm going to go ahead and finish the eyes because I like to give my mascara time to dry. So I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette. And I'm not going to use the green on the bottom. So I'm just going to go in with a flat definer brush. This one I got years ago on Amazon. And go in with that dark brown shade. And just buff that under the eyes. Okay, once I have that dark brown shade down, then I'm going to go in with a pencil brush. This is the JH38. I'm going to go back into this transition shade that we used and blend out that brown underneath the eyes. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do under the eyes because I feel like I don't need much more than that. So then the mascara I'm going to use today is the volumizing and defining mascara. I'm sorry, the volumizing and defining mascara in the shade Jet Black. This is the wand. I tend to like wands like this because I do feel like they're very volumizing. Just go in with that and apply that on my lashes. Definitely gonna have to build it up. I'm not getting a lot. And like I said, it's definitely gonna need a couple of coats, so I'm just gonna go in now and add a couple coats. Okay, so that's about 3 coats of the mascara. It's definitely defining. It's definitely lengthening. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily volumizing. I have other mascaras that definitely add more volume, but it's pretty. It's a pretty mascara. I would use it again for sure. It's really good for the lower lashes. So that's the mascara. And then for bronzer today, I actually already owned this, so I didn't buy bronzer, but this is just the bronzer palette, and I think it's the lighter one. You can see I definitely like this color. Love this product. I mean, you can't beat something. I think this was just a couple bucks. So, and sometimes I just kind of do this and mix them all together. That's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going in with the E34 from Morphe and just slowly adding that color back to my face. I don't want to go in too dark. I'd rather go in light and build it up. And I'm also going to put some of that into my hairline, like so. And then for blush, I got one of their primer infused blushes. I've heard a lot of great things about these, so I'm excited to try this. And this is in the shade Always Peachy. On my Clinique stippling brush. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. And you know I'm gonna bring it across my face. Wow. You guys, that is gorgeous. While I'm doing my eyebrows, I'm gonna bake a little bit. So I'm gonna go back in with that setting powder we used before, and I'm just gonna put some on my sponge and just use it to really carve out these cheeks. like that. I don't always do this, but today I am. And then I also use that to kind of blend and lighten up where I go so heavy-handed with my blush. And while that is baking, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So I got the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Blonde. It does come with a spoolie on one end, and then it is just, you know, just your fine tip brow pencil. What, Bella? What, baby? So I'm just outlining the top of my brow. It's not ultra pigmented, but it's not bad. I'm definitely having to press harder and work a little bit harder with this. I mean, you could definitely make it work if you need an affordable option. I wish that I would have gotten the pomade that I think it's called the Locket pomade. I just think that would have been easier for me, but I didn't, so we will just make this work. Okay, and that's what we're looking like on one brow. So it's definitely not bad at all. I don't even feel like I need to, because it is so light, I don't feel like I even have to really brush through the product. And I don't think I'm going to. So then I'm going to go ahead and set this brow, because I'm going to do the other one off camera, because this video is 95 years long. I got the Wow Brow in the shade Taupe. I think this was the closest shade that they had that would work for me. So let's see. It does have like that fiber, those fibers on them, which I like in a brow mascara. So let's just see. Okay. So that is what that's looking like. I really like it. I really like how light it is. I like the color. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other one off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have both brows done, I'm going to go in with a stippling brush and just dust away that bake and then bring it up to kind of blend all of that together. Okay, and then for highlight today, I got the e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam Highlight Palette. So it says right here that this is a glitter, a shimmer, and then these are metallic. I am just going to go in, I think I'm going to go in with this gold shade right there, right here. It's definitely a subtle. See if we can build it up. Oh yeah, you can definitely build that up. So that's what it looks like right there. It's pretty. It's not the best highlighter I've ever used, but it's not the worst. And then I'll pop some of that on the nose. So that's a highlight. It's really good for an everyday highlight if you don't want something too intense. So it's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. And then for lips, I got the e.l.f. and Nabella collab right here, and I think this is going to be beautiful with this eye look because it's kind of neutral. Kinda. Of course it is. So first I'm going to go in with the lip liner. It's just your wooden lip liner. It's creamier than I expected for a wooden lip liner. Okay, and now that I have my lips lined, I'm going to go in with the, I think this is a liquid lip. So that color is super beautiful. Really like that. Really good with this eye look. Okay, and then to finish off the face, I'm going to set it. I have used this setting spray before. I really love it. This is actually my second bottle because I ran out of the first one and I loved it so much. But it is the e.l.f. Blotting Mist right here. And you have to shake this up really well. And I kind of shake it until I don't hear it anymore. And then I just will go ahead. And spray my face. I like the way this smells. It smells like eucalyptus to me. I don't know if that's what's in here. Tea tree, that's what I'm smelling. Really, really like the way this smells. Okay guys, so that is it for my full face of e.l.f. makeup. Definitely had some winners here. Loved, loved, loved the matte setting powder. I feel like it was definitely blurring. I really liked the foundation. The eyeshadow palette really took me by surprise. I really like the look that I came up with. It's a little bit of color, but I feel like it's still wearable. The mascara and the eyeliner weren't my favorite. I don't tend to like eyeliners like that. The mascara, when I blink, my eyelashes stick together. So I don't love that either. The highlighter is okay for everyday use. I've definitely used more beaming highlights, but it's not bad, like I said, when you need something a little bit more subtle. Really love the lip color. It's perfect everyday nude, and I feel like it really goes well with this eye look. And that's it. I can definitely let you guys know what I think of the primer and the setting. You already know I love the setting spray, and as my makeup wears throughout the day, but so far so good. I really like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.